Deep sea fish. It's my favorite animal.
Fish?
Not named a penguin.
Just any fish?
Hey, you're being a little loud.
My name is Jimmy, his name is Jake, and this is the Weekly Dumb. Jake, we went on tour, a little baseball tour. Tell them about it.
James, we sure did. Milwaukee. We told the people last week about it before it, and then it happened, and it was while it was happening, so people were nuts. The people do need to know, how's your hamstring?
Not great. I'd like to get it checked out. Hamstring hurts. Took a fall in the sausage race. We did a lot of fun stuff. The Cubs were going to have us throw out the first pitch, but it got rained out. So thanks, my grandma.
Thanks, God.
My grandma says she's a weather witch, so I can blame a lot of bad weather on her.
Your grandma's my religion.
And we got to meet a lot of people. Jake got challenged to a stretch off, and he lost. Do we have the footage?
The challenger,
Charlie,
was the judge as well.
Yes.
Which felt a little... I've been getting jobbed by the judges recently.
Jake, let's do a stretch off. You lose.
Yeah. Tough. Did the same exact stretch.
He beat you, though.
He said, could you put your palm on the floor? And I did. And he said, well, I beat you.
Yeah, you will. Check the tape. Let's talk about the sports, though, Jake, because we've got a doozy of a story coming from the New York Mets. Can you update the people?
Jim, step right up and greet the Mets. Mets had a must-win series this weekend against the Nationals, and they did, but that is not the story. Javi Baez busts out the thumbs down, which we've seen in New York sports before. Heck, the New York Yankees. Unfortunately, Jim, the Mets players were booing their fans.
They're booing the fans.
It's tough.
The Mets players said that since they get booed when they perform bad, they're going to boo the fans when they do well. And it was interesting because Kevin Pillar was part of the crew. Lindor, Baez, and Pillar. And Pillar was like, no, we're just having fun. We don't mean anything by it. You know, understood that
It's a joke.
you should probably, save face a little or just like not say that. Javi Baez said the fans need to get better. They're booing the fans. I don't know. And then the manager, not the manager, the general manager of the Mets put out a statement. The president, I think he's a president. Sandy. Put out a statement and said no players are allowed to do gestures and be rude to the fans.
You can't boo our fans.
Oh, want to know why, guys? Because that's all their money.
Yeah.
You can't really insult the paying customer. Otherwise, your business goes down. I will say this.
What are you going to say?
Harassing on social media, hate it. Being rude and saying like very rude and crass comments and saying like, you after they strike out, I'm not for. I am so pro booing.
Yeah.
People are acting like booing is mean. You see something, there's bases loaded. You want them to get the game tying hit. They don't get the game tying hit. Boo! It's a natural reaction. It's harmless. It means nothing.
Our guy Joe's McFly summed it up in a tweet very well. He's like, Jeter got booed. Mariano got booed. It's like a part of it. And once you accept that, then it's fine.
Yeah.
We'll cheer for you in the highest of highs. When you do something we don't like, you might get booed.
I don't like the New York sports fan that goes,
okay.
you fucking bum, sit down, you're worthless. Shut up. You've crossed line. But boo is about, that's the exchange. You go to a game, you want to see good stuff, you see bad stuff, you boo, as long as you cheer the good. That's as normal as it gets. People are acting like boo is like an insult.
I don't know. I think this is good for the Mets.
I'm fine with a smattering of boos for bad performance. And the Mets stink.
Good job, Mets. Finish strong.
The Mets are the Mets are the Mets.
No, it's not the Mets, Jim.
What's that?
Dugout mugs.
Dugout mugs.
Tell the people what you were doing on our road
so
trip.
when we went on our stadium tour, we went to a bunch of different MLB stadiums. We went to Milwaukee, we went to Chicago, we went to Pittsburgh, we went to Philly, and we got, special treatment. They treated us well. They welcomed us. They allowed us in the dugout. What I did, I went into all the dugouts and I collected all the bugs. And then I stored them in my dugout mug. So I have a dugout mug full of dugout bugs. Not what you're supposed to use it for. You're supposed to use it for drinking out of. That's usually what I use it for. This one right now, full of bugs. Zach, fake bugs. All over Jake's face, crawling. Now he's sucking them in.
I ate them all in. They never touched my face, fucking idiot. Dugout mugs are the best. Promo code DUMB. Here's a dad of the year. Jim's trying to get this.
Dugout mugs. Code DUMB. Dugoutmugs.com/dumb. They're awesome gifts. You can customize them. They're the best. They're sturdy.
They're real. Like, hit yourself in the head. It's real. James, we are now jumping over to almost a breakdown. My guy, my spiritual king, takes a nap in the mighty Euphrates River of Tulsa, and the image is just perfect. He is mistaken for a dead body. They bust out like the inflatable rescue life crew. They've got a gaggle of Shellys going out to save him, and it's just a guy sleeping in like a dry river.
Yeah, and I think he should still be in trouble. This is a classic case of like when you go in the deep end and you fake like just float, hoping that your parents or someone's going to come up and be like, hey, are you okay?
Yeah.
Because there's no way he didn't hear the boat approaching him as he's laying in the water, and a boat with a motor.
I don't think it had a motor. I think they were paddling.
Well, either way, he heard them, and he still acted like he was asleep until they touched him. It's a cry for help, so let's like ask him what he's all about.
Jim, my relaxation king is
He had
relaxing.
shoes on.
It's the dream. You're laying by the river as it rolls past you. It's like it's one of those like lay down and go to your happy place.
He had shoes
And his
pants
happy
on.
place is laying next to a river and taking a good nap.
No shirt, pants, and shoes.
I don't know if he had shoes. You're coming in hot with the shoes. I know he was definitely topless. He was wearing pants, which was the odd thing.
I thought he had shoes on.
But I think that's where
Pause and we will check. More sports! More sports, Jake. What are we talking about here?
we're talking about the Pope, Jim. Per usual, sports king of the world. Pope Francis, more of a JP3 guy myself. But Pope Francis, he's always been known as a footy fan. He started playing the board game version of footy. What do you call foosball? Table game? The table game of soccer. Foosball.
Did he even start playing it? Someone just gave it to him as a gift, and he was like, okay, cool.
It is a pretty big jump to say you like soccer, you'll like foosball.
He probably spins.
You think the Pope's a spinner? Mm-hmm. Yes, he is.
Definitely a spinner.
Yeah.
And then he says, I can do what I want. I'm the Pope.
You're not a spins guy.
So the Pope is now a table sport all-star, which brings us to not sports.
So there's some McDonald's stuff going on in the not sports here.
Oh, yeah. 2 McDonald's things, both from the UK. No, one's from Wisconsin. In the UK, McDonald's...
The UK of the States, to be fair.
Ooh. What would the UK of the States be?
It's either like Wisconsin or Maine, right?
It's like New England. New England. McDonald's has run out of milkshakes in the UK.
I've never been a milkshake guy. I think that shocks people when they see this, but
A lot of people watching are shocked. A lot of people don't believe. Very many are like, that makes sense.
hasn't been a me thing.
Out of milkshakes in McDonald's. It confirmed the lorry driver shortage was one reason behind the disruption.
Say that again and tell us about it.
The lorry driver shortage was one reason behind the disruption.
Tell me what a lorry driver shortage is.
So they're out of truck drivers who transfer the products that help make the milkshakes.
Okay.
And then in Wisconsin, a cow was seen waiting in the McDonald's drive-thru with a funny image. Zach liked the image of the cow. Someone took a picture of it, and then they went up to the car and they said, hey, you got a cow in the back seat.
Yeah.
And the driver said, actually, I got 3. Check again, bozo. And then they looked and there was 3 calves. And they had just bought them from an auction. And this line strikes me wrong, Jake. The owner says that, we just bought them at an auction and there's no other way that we could bring them home. Well, if you drove to an auction to buy some cows, how did you not plan to drive them? Don't act like, oh, we got stuck with these cows. It was the only way home. Like
You'd like to be better prepped.
Yeah.
You'd like to be better prepped.
Unless this was an impromptu 3-cow purchase.
A trailer or anything besides this. Yeah, like the image is funny. I mean, Zach liked it because he likes just packing animals into a tight place. That's basically how the Weekly Dumb started.
How are there 2 more back there? That'd be babies, right?
I think they're babies. And I guess if you have the front seat slid up and you got the base rows there, they can...
You ever milked a cow?
I have not. You often ask this. I'd say it's quarterly.
Oh, just checking? Eventually the answer will be yes. It's the employee of the week. It's the employee of the week. Who are we giving it to?
I think it's the coach.
Coach Ballgame?
You gotta check him out. He's a bottle of weird. If you're an adult, if you're a kid, he's heaven.
Heaven both ways. Congrats to Coach. Coach Ballgame.
He just finished up a tour too. Tour week.
Tour week. It's over. All 3 cameras, Zach. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 0 for 3.
All right, ended how we said. was a weekly dumb.
Support for this program was brought to you by Dugout Mugs. Go to dugoutmugs.com/dumb to get 30% off site-wide and grab a great gift from Dugout Mugs. I keep my bugs in mine. I milked a cow.
Didn't ask.
Zach did with his eyes.
Nope.
With his eyes.
No.
Yeah, he did. He looked at me. He's like, "You."
No.
Yeah, I saw it.
I'm looking at him.
Yeah, it's actually on the back of that piece of paper.
Let's describe Zach for the people.
He's wearing JM joggers
Okay.
with Adidas sneakers, a blue like Henley.
What do we call
button
that?
down? Those like the
That's
Dexter
the
shirts.
Dexter murder shirts,
Yeah, it's
right?
a Dexter murder shirt. It's a nice color blue. Is
that an Gary hat?
There's a name for that color blue when it has like the gray in it and stuff. Yes, it's a heathered blue Dexter murder shirt and a backwards El Gary hat. I think it's a good look. It's a perfect Monday. It's might rain today look.
Good Monday look.
Yeah.
Bulge.